The International Space Station is nearing the end of its incredible run. So what comes next? NASA just revealed a new $1.5 billion plan to fund commercial space stations, but with a big twist. Instead of permanent crews, we're talking short one-month missions. Today we're breaking down what this means for America's future in space, and why some call this strategy genius. On September 5th, NASA released draft details of its commercial low Earth orbit development program, Phase 2. The agency plans to spend up to $1.50 billion between 2026 and 2031 to support at least 2 companies building commercial space stations. Think Axiom Space, Blue Origin, Starlab, and maybe even new players. But here's the shift. NASA is backing away from its old plan of a permanently crewed station, and instead funding stations that can host 4-person crews for 1-month stays. Why scale back? Money and timing. The ISS is scheduled for deorbit in January 2031, but under the old strategy, there was simply no way a commercial station would be certified and ready in time. Former NASA Director Phil McAllister even said the original plan was doomed to create a dangerous gap in America's presence in low Earth orbit. The new approach uses Space Act agreements, not rigid contracts, giving companies more flexibility to innovate without being buried in NASA red tape. This new phase is called Commercial Destinations Development and Demonstration Objectives, or C3DO. NASA's target: have multiple stations far enough along to support a crewed demonstration mission by 2030. That means 4-person crew, at least 30 days in orbit. Full testing of life support, docking and resupply systems, longer stays and more advanced services. That's on the stretch goal list, but not required yet. Nobody has won yet. NASA will finalize the proposal by October 3rd, companies submit by December 1st, and awards will be made in April 2026. At least 2 companies will split $1.5 billion. Importantly, if a company doesn't win in Phase 2, they can still compete in Phase 3 later this decade, when NASA will start awarding service contracts, essentially renting space aboard these stations. Here's where it gets political. While NASA shifts to short, crew-tended missions, China's Tiangong station is permanently crewed right now. That creates a perception problem. Is America falling behind in maintaining a continuous human presence in low Earth orbit? NASA says this is temporary, a necessary step to avoid a total gap after the ISS retires. But for critics, it's a reminder that space isn't just about science, it's also about global influence. Supporters argue this is actually a brilliant reset. By keeping requirements light and focusing on demonstrations, NASA gives industry the room to pivot, experiment, and adapt, instead of forcing them to deliver a giant permanent station too fast with too little money. McAllister even called the plan genius, because it keeps America in the game and avoids a catastrophic gap when the ISS splashes down in 2031. Next steps: NASA hosts an industry day on September 8th, finalizes the proposal by October, proposals due December, and winners announced by spring 2026. From there, companies will aim to have stations in orbit before 2030, just in time to prove themselves before the ISS bows out. So, America's next space stations won't be government-owned. They'll be commercial, flexible, and funded by NASA partnerships. Do you think this strategy is smart? Or is the US risking too much by giving up a permanent crew? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into space policy and exploration.